Hello, selamat petang semua. How are you guys? How are you doing on a Saturday evening? We're not here back again for Devil's Den Season 2, Episode 2. Okay guys, before that, those tuning in, thank you so much. Welcome to Devil's Den again. It's an all-united talk show. First and foremost, help me a bit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Share it out to everybody. Get your friends to tune in. We are on all platforms. Name it lah. Facebook ada, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Right? But first and foremost, let me bring in our speakers today. Kalami, welcome
Hi.
back, brother.
Thank you, Vinod.
How you been?
So far so good. Still working from home.
Good. Can see, excited di. Okay. Next up, we have Jeevan. Welcome back, Jeevan.
Thank you, Vinod. I mean, what a week last week. It's just pumping us up from the very first game. So looking forward to tomorrow's game.
Can see that. Kalami is all smiles there. You're all smiles, po. Oh, semangat, huh? Let's see the big boy here, Big Jeeves. Oh, Iblah. Siapa ni? Iblah Mufid. Oh, the king.
Sup guys, GGMU.
You like to make what impact entry last week Falcao, this week Ibra, ada aja committed. Okay guys, everyone out there, I mean, you guys saw these faces already, right? Let's give you a new face. Wait. We have Coach Dom all the way from Jom United.
Hello.
Hi, Coach Dom.
Do that to talk what you just did. Thanks for having me here, guys. Thank you so much.
Sure. I mean, it's an honor to have you also. I mean,
pleasure is mine. All around.
Those viewers out there, Coach Dom has his own YouTube channel also called Jom United. Go check it out. They also do videos on United shows and feedbacks. They're great. Check it out, guys.
Thanks.
Alright, let's get started. Nampak gaya everyone very pumped up, right? Sebab very good weekend. I can see.
Salam 51 everybody. Salam 51.
Salam 51. Macam mana ni? Excited ni? Are we getting too excited? Since Kalami, you have been smiling all the way. How?
Yes. Puas hati lah, to be honest. Very satisfied with the performance. But not to be the bummer today, sebab kalau kita tengok balik a few seasons back, Solskjaer punya tactical is really working out when he's facing a team that played offense now. Get what I mean tak? And his problem is when they are facing the Brentfords, the Burnleys yang play tight defense, and before this lah, if we can see, that's when his players have problems. They cannot break down the defensive line. So last week punya match against Leeds, I thought it was just a pretty textbook performance. They can counter. We know they can counter. But looking forward to Solskjaer bringing his team bila lawan dengan team yang betul-betul play tight defense ni.
Oh, tight defense. I mean, talking about tight defense, go later. I mean, let's keep the momentum up with the Leeds game lah. Big Gives. I mean, we're going to throw one name there. I mean, Kalami said best game, I mean, against attacking game, blah, blah, blah. Why we had one person doing 4 assists when he couldn't even do more than 3 last year for the whole season?
Because when you give him the role that he's supposed to play, when you give him that freedom, that's what he's going to give. You know, Pogba was not pressured in that match at all. He was like a free bird, man. He just was all over the pitch. He was having a good time. He had confidence in his teammate because he knows that first assist that he gave to Bruno Fernandes, that was a beautiful assist, and he knows that Fernandes has the ability to control, and with that proper finesse, he's going to score, you know. I mean, I'm not talking ill about our fellow players, but if in that position, if it was Dan James or even last season's Martial, it's a hypothetical question, but the confidence was there for Pogba, that he knows that whatever ball that he's going to give, he's going to get. He has the players who are going to get the welcome of all those balls that he's going to give. And yeah, it proved very well. I mean, 4 assists in a single game, that's massive.
Okay. I mean, we have here Jay. Thanks for being back in the show, Jay. Pogba missed a sitter in the first half that Mrs. Redknapp would have buried. Whoa. Then was at fault for Luke Ireland's equalizer, lazy tracking back. Time off. So how do you feel that two mistakes just sound, but he just, how I say, he made it back with his performance in the attacking third.
I mean, every players, even Messi, has made quite a number of sitters and all that. I mean, it's normal for players to miss out on certain attacks and certain at certain instances they tend to miss and all that. But how he made up to those misses proved. And Pogba did well. If you ask me, the first game, he made up to those that sitter that he missed and all that with that proper assist. His performance was massive.
That's nice. Coach Tom,
So
how about
justice
you?
done for the miss.
Wow, justice done. Right. How was your justice, Coach Tom? I mean, seeing back how we missed taking a cup last season. Do you think Ole did justice in his first game back the new season?
Yeah, speaking back, the last time when I was on here, I still remember, that one, I mean, being on here was fantastic, okay, but the game against Villarreal, let me tell you, man, I mean, we were actually watching together, the whole bunch of us, the Jom United fellas. So after the game, we were like shell-shocked, we couldn't talk, and then we were supposed to record a post-match reaction, you see? So we were all bummed, we were like, hey, we don't want to do, we don't want to do, so in a way, this game, of course, is the first game of the season. And then basically, football is back. Football coming back is already a very great thing. Already. We were so looking forward to this. I mean, after the Euros, we had a 1 month gap, nothing to do. Netflix, already watch everything in Netflix. Already. So the good thing, having football back is one good thing. And then United, okay, the performance by United, perfect. And then another thing that you guys didn't really point out was the fans in the stadium. That was goosebumps right from the start. The unveiling of Rafael Varane,
Absolutely.
perfect. Okay, of course, I think that one, I don't think that one was actually planned. I mean, from the start. I think it's probably a screw up or somewhere. They're supposed to sign him much earlier and whatnot. Then something happened.
But it was a perfect timing. I mean, imagine coming to the first game after so long, no fans for close to 18 months. And then the signing of the defender that everyone was waiting for, it's being just got in front of the full house. That's something else.
Yep.
That's a
So
class statement.
Yeah, the way that they actually presented him, which I don't think they planned, but then I mean, like somehow it turned out that way. It was fantastic, And then somehow I believe by doing that also it gave us a mental upper strength against Leeds. Okay, I'm bloody excited, bloody excited. Paul Pogba, 4 assists, Bruno Fernandes, hat-trick. Pretty much everyone performed, okay, except Daniel James being Daniel James, but then okay lah. How to say, 1 out of 10 player a bit, 1 out of 11 players off a bit, so it's still fine with me. But overall, I think very happy, satisfied with the performance. But then we got to look forward to this coming game. I think this will be the challenge for us. Okay, because I think just now Abang Karami mentioned that playing against Leeds, they play a very open game. So we weren't really tested, I would say. Even our defense and even our midfield wasn't really tested. Okay, and then the way that we scored was most to individual brilliance, individual performance. So maybe for this particular coming game, it will be a different game whereby we have to see whether we are able to break down a team. So this is how to say a good progression, a good next game for us. And also taking into consideration, it will be an away game with away fans. Okay, so this one, right? Definitely we cannot go down by 1 goal and then come and chase back. It won't be as easy as last season, for sure.
Okay, I mean, nice thought there, Dom. I mean, what y'all think? We could have done better in the Leeds game? Given,
Sorry?
What could we have done better in the Leeds game,
yeah,
I mean, okay, so I think at the last show we clearly spoke about we were on the show 6:30. The lineup came out. We were not happy about the lineup. We didn't expect to have both McTominay and Fred playing together. I think the team was really good against Leeds. I think they can take away one of the defensive midfielder, and I think we can have with Varane coming in, that's going to make a lot of difference. And you know what? I think we can attack even more, right? Pogba had a great game. We all spoke about Pogba at our last show also, right? that he might not be performing, and blah blah blah. But Pogba turned up, right? And that miss, I mean, there was a question earlier about his miss and all that. I think there was a couple of seasons long back. Ryan Giggs had an open goal against Arsenal in an FA Cup. The goal was open and he blew it above the goalpost,
He
right?
was on his weak foot, so okay lah.
On his weak
Dimaafkan.
foot, yeah. So so what? Everybody is human being, right? So we were already screaming. I was already screaming, thinking that ball went in, but it just missed it, right? But I think Pogba had a great game. But now it's not about getting excited because we beat Chelsea 2 seasons ago 4-0 in our very first game, right?
Yes.
And after that, everything went haywire. So it's not, we all were very happy. First game, blah, blah, blah. We were so happy that we won 5-1 against Leeds. But now it's about consistency, right? We need to be consistent now from moving forward. And the
Dude,
biggest
talking about
thing,
consistent, we have a comment here from Lohan. Lohan, thanks for watching the show, mate. If Pogba can show that he's consistent, that would be good. The main issue with him has been consistency. I mean, you mentioned consistent, Pogba consistency. Is this what been lacking the whole of last season?
Of course. That's what's been missing, right? So we had, as you said rightfully earlier, right? He had 3 assists in the whole of last season. He did 4 assists in one game. Now, whether can he do this against Southampton tomorrow and all the following games? Even if he can do 1 or 2 assists per game or score 1 or 2 goals, I think that's a great success, right? And also at the same time, I think he's also, trying his best to get a perfect contract for himself. That's also playing a role in his performance. You can see that because, he's hoping to sign a longer term contract with a bigger wage. All that is also playing behind his mind. I can see that. But I think, all we need to do is, put our feet firmly on the ground. It's a long way to go. It's 37 games more. We just need to make sure we are consistent. Of course, we had a perfect away record last season, right? Never lost. Hopefully, we can keep that.
Yeah. We have an interesting comment from Jay. Giggs did not have an agent insulting media once. Neither did have a bladder giving open interviews in Spain. Oops. Okay. Let's keep it short to all the panels. I'm just going to ask you all a question. Yes or no? Coach Tom, Pogba stays or to leave?
Yes, stays. He must stay.
Big Jiv,
Definitely, he has to stay.
Kalami.
I really don't mind. He can leave if he wants.
No, right. We have 2-1 now. Jivan?
I'm okay for him to go.
2-2. We have a draw
You are the
here.
tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker. Watch for extra time. I was listening at the end of the show. I mean, we have Levinish comes out and say Pogba and Fernandez. I mean, they said. I mean, everyone's been talking about flank trios, backdoor. Let's make this a bit different. Let's talk about midfield this time. Who you guys think our best midfield trio should be this season? Coach.
Midfield trio. Okay. Actually, I think I prefer Matic in the holding role, to be honest. I really prefer him. But then again, his fitness is questionable now, and then he's getting old and whatnot. But on his day, when he's on form and whatnot, he has the best combination of experience, and then his ability to look forward, to pass forward is second to none. No one in our CDM playing the CDM role can actually match that. Okay, I'll probably play him. And then definitely Pogba, I believe, box to box position. Yes, in the Leeds game he played in a free role, so he was moving from the left wing right to the midfield and whatnot. But I really feel that if you have a solid CDM, a very fit Matic to hold the anchor at the backbone, Pogba can do what he's good at. He can roam about and whatnot. So Pogba will be in the box to box role, and of course Bruno Fernandes. Okay, for me, McTominay and Fred, if we utilize the double pivot properly, actually, in fact, last week's game, we were actually playing double pivot, but we were playing more in a more pressing kind of position. It was actually fun to watch, but then I don't think that we can do that at the moment with every single team out there.
Yes.
Okay, because of the way Leeds play. So back to your question again. For me, it's Matic, Pogba, and of course Bruno Fernandes.
Very interesting choice. What about Kalami? Do you second there?
I'm okay with Bruno Fernandes. I'm okay, but I don't really fancy Matic right now. I prefer Fred more because Fred has the legs. If he can make like his short passes very very successful, macam high rate passes, then he could be one of the best coach. But his passes always goes wayward tau. Macam, dude, it's only 10 yards. Macam mana kau boleh miss pass?
Tak.
To me
The
lah.
funny part of that, what? It's like, no, I do all the hard work. Aku dah kerja
Yes.
keras. Then,
kau dah
Do
the
something
easiest
simple,
part,
you screw
he
it
go
up.
and destroys it off.
Exactly. And then he gives the ball away macam, kau 50 million. Aku boleh main. Not saying that I'm that good lah. Tapi macam, dude, it's just a 10-yard pass. Takkanlah kau boleh miss pass. And the other one, I don't mind if it's it's either Pogba or McTominay, because selagi Pogba does not prove that he's consistent enough to be playing week in week out, to me you can be replaced with McTominay.
Interesting. So you still prefer the double pivot with Fernandes there?
Yes, because I think McTominay and Fred has the legs to play box to box whichever way they want lah. Kalau Fred naik, McTominay can stay back. Kalau McTominay naik, Fred can stay back. So
Hopefully-
it's a young man's game. So you need legs.
Hopefully he can improve on the passing part.
Exactly.
He did score surprisingly against Leeds, which was fantastic. What about you? Are you going with Dom, Kalami, or you have your own midfield trio?
I'm looking at something a bit more different, right? So I'm looking at McTominay, I'm looking at Fernandes, I'm looking at Pogba, and I'm hoping to have Lingard at one of these times that the four of them play together.
Lingard is I think United's already accepted the bid from West Ham, so he is most likely moving out.
Is it?
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's news. That's news.
Is
Okay.
it?
Good for him. Good for him.
they have bid, but it's not confirmed, but likely
Likely to leave lah.
to leave if they
Okay.
meet the valuation he gets. But
Alright.
I would prefer
So-
him to be in United, to be honest. But I like his
Ex-
off ball, what he does.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to see these guys playing together because I've never seen them together, right? So that's the hope, to have them together and see what kind of attacking threat can we bring together with Sancho and maybe Cavani in the front, right? What will we bring to the team? That will be an
Okay.
interesting thing, right?
It's
So
very
you're talking
interesting.
about something like a diamond there. Very interesting there. Lord Lingard being back there. Big Daves, what about you? We have Lord Lingard back there. What about you?
Okay,
Which Lord you're bringing inside?
I mean, I would still want Pogba and Bruno to be. I mean, Pogba, Bruno is a must. These two guys, they are the main master technicians. The other two, of course, Matic. If it like what Coach Dom said, if Matic was still in his prime, I'm going to put Matic first. But he's getting old. He's getting a little slow. So I would like Scott McTominay to step up to Matic's level. I mean, he is a very good holding midfielder. He has the height, he has the body, he is robust. But I would like to see him gel well with Donny van de Beek, because we have Van de Beek and he is actually a very good player. But he's
Yeah, I
being
just
not
wanted to ask that
utilized.
because we have Colin. Thanks for watching. Just get Van de Beek. Van de Beek.
Exactly. Van de Beek is an amazing player, but
Who is Van de Beek?
He takes up one of our seat, you see. He takes up one of our seat.
that's
on
the
the
sad
bench.
part. I mean, Van de Beek is underutilized. So I want, because he can be a massive, massive provider if he takes the role of Fred. Will Van de Beek fit into that midfield? The answer lies in Ole right now. How he's going to tune that guy to, get his AXA game. So I still would love to see Van de Beek play, because he is young and he is very talented, a versatile player. But it's just sad that he has not gelled well. So I hope this season makes a big difference for him.
Okay, I mean, so basically we have now a big question mark is who will fit into the CDM role, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, thanks for watching the show. Maybe we have one interesting comment here from Ayrton.
Phil
Bro,
Jones going to be the number 9.
faces that he's going to make with Phil Jones' faces, number of faces that he makes in CDM itself is enough, bro.
Phil Jones. Do we still remember him?
I
Yes,
do.
I would like to ask all the
Phil
panels, can
Woods.
you all make the Phil Jones face, all the different faces he made? Like, I don't know.
The one when he actually I don't know what kind of move is that. He hit the ball away on the floor.
Phil Jones has spent more time at the recovery table than on the pitch.
And
I
making
guess.
more weird faces.
Yet, he's remarkable. He still managed to convince the club to renew his contract over and over.
I think the club is fixated to the fact what Giggs said 11 years ago. One of the hardest defenders young defenders that he has faced was Phil Jones in
Yeah,
Blackburn.
I mean, tough old school German United. Oh, plus Phil Jones one here. Colin goes Phil Jones, but stay in medic room. He does stay in medic room. But just going to throw a food for thought here. With Varane signing and Jadon Sancho, what do you guys think? Are we expecting plenty from them? Or is it too much for them to pay? Big gifts. What about you?
I would
the
say
expectation too much?
please don't. I know they are high profile signing, so you let us not expect too much out of them. If they turn out to be like Bruno Fernandes, instant impact and constant impact, okay, that's a plus point for us. Jadon Sancho is still very young. He's a young player, and he played in a league where there's only very few teams are dominant. In fact, only Bayern, Leipzig, and Dortmund. So he was playing in a league where there weren't any teams which can cause any upset. But coming into Premier League, I mean, he has to stay cool. He has to stay calm, and hopefully the pressure doesn't get into him. But Varane, he has proven himself to be the top defender. He has all the caliber. I would say it's fair to have expectations with Varane because he knows how to play and he knows what sort of club, what sort of weight United is currently carrying at the back, especially replacing Lindelof. Oh my God, Lindelof assisted last week. I couldn't even believe that. So, yeah,
But Victor
expectation.
Lindelof,
Sorry?
he plays well when no one expects him to play well. When you want
That's
him,
the thing.
when you assume he'll play excellent,
It's
that's when he'll
Manchester
go.
United. Expectations are going to be there every week in, week out. So if we are probably Everton or Southampton, yeah, that's a different story. But it's United we're talking about. So Jadon Sancho, I know slowly he will gel well into the team. He has guidance he definitely has Bruno, Pogba, Edinson Cavani. All these guys are like he has the right set of players to mold him, to prepare him into the squad. But I don't think so. We need to do that with Varane because I think Varane should know what's his duty once he enters into the back four.
All right. Kalami, what about you? Do you feel, I mean, there's a comment here from Alexander. Thanks for watching. Sancho needs time to get to know English football more.
Precisely.
Or you feel that he's able to tweak in?
No, I think every player needs time to adapt to a new league. But talking about expectations, I think most of the United fans do have high expectation of Sancho and Varane, but there's an unnecessary expectations though because Sancho is like one of Solskjaer player yang betul-betul Solskjaer nak since what 1 season 2 seasons back. So finally Solskjaer got him, and our backline is getting better with the addition of Varane. So the thing that will make these two players have more high expectation is because of Solskjaer. So if Solskjaer can utilize them well, then I think they should be okay. But the problem is, I lost my train of thought sekejap. Apa tadi?
Apa problem dia? Macam gini ya United main kadang-kadang. Dia apa dah cantik main. Dia lupa concentration.
Okay, the high expectation again. So, and the one, okay, I got it. The one thing that I like from last week's game is Solskjaer reaction for all the goals now. Because last season he was very very chill. He was too chill to be a manager. Dia macam okay, you score, good for you. Just go get another goal. Tapi last week he had that passion back. He had that spirit back. He was fist bumping with Michael Carrick. He was high fiving Michael Carrick. So I think that is a good sign for United this season.
I think the gaffer would have said something to him, like, "You are the coach.
Could
What are you
he
doing?"
could he could.
Because
And I
his
think
gaffer
he's
was
happy that he's
available.
got his players that he wants.
Could be.
Yeah,
Betul juga.
I think that's the exact
He was
reason why.
happy. Good. It was. Jay, what about you? Do you think with Varane coming in,
Okay,
goodbye to
so
Lindelof?
no. This is where I think the squad rotation is very important, right? There was a lot of conversation about Bruno being burned out, right? And there's a lot of conversation about playing the same set of defenders all this time. Luke Shaw, if serves me right, started performing the moment he had competition, right? It's no fluke that Lindelof gave an assist last game against Leeds. He knows Varane is coming, right? He knows he has to up his game to make sure that he has got a game to play because MU has got so many games. They got Champions League, they got FA Cup, they got Carabao Cup, they got EPL. There are a lot of games. So you need a huge squad to be able to rotate your players and make sure everybody is fresh and everyone is hungry.
Tapi not
That-
everybody can become idola macam Phil Jones. Tak banyak kita mesti dapat gaji.
Phil Jones is another story altogether, right? At his prime, he was
He's
a
an
good
episode
player,
by
right?
himself.
Yeah, he's an episode by himself, right? So he's still sitting with the doctor, so leave him there. Let's not talk about him. Yeah.
Coach Ram, what about you? We have one from Colin here. Will Martial improve with the introduction of Sancho into United?
Definitely. This one is also true for any of our forward players for sure. A quality player like that, the link-up plays all will be massive this season. Just look out for that. Okay, then going back to the questions earlier that Varane and Sancho, when they are introduced to the team, the expectations. Okay, most of us, we compare with Bruno Fernandes. Okay, Bruno Fernandes is one of those players that when he came in at that time, our team was pretty much, our bench was shit. Okay, we got Mata, we got Pereira all in the midfield and whatnot. And then
Yeah.
I remember at that time I think Pogba was injured and then there was like some injuries and whatnot. And he basically lifted the team. So not many people can do that, that what Bruno Fernandes did. Okay, having said that, currently our squad, right? I mean, with everyone being fit and then with the quality that we have, okay, up front, we got Cavani, we got Martial, AM9, okay, we got, Rashford coming back soon, okay, then talking about Ahmad could be potentially staying and then playing for us. We have the quality there already. He just need to fill in the gaps only. And then it's not like there's a lot of burden on him. He just need to go express himself on the right wing, interchanging with the other forward players. And then, all this while, we don't really have a proper right winger. So how bad can he actually be, with Sancho coming in, playing in the right wing? So I don't think that there will be too much pressure on him. In fact, it will be an easier experience for Sancho coming in compared to someone like Bruno Fernandes when he came in at that time. Okay, as for Varane, definitely I would say put him in immediately. Definitely put him in immediately. Like Jivan was saying just now, the way that Lindelof performed that day, I can guarantee you, I think at least, right, Varane walking into the middle of the field holding up the jersey definitely impact him to step it up 2-3 notches for sure. Maybe like we were joking with the Zoom United guys, maybe he should do that every week. We should get rid of Fred the Red, the mascot, and we should get Varane as the mascot just to bring the jersey out every single time, is it? And then Lindelof will perform. But yeah, the experience and then even the presence of Varane himself in the team will lift up everybody. I'm very sure that Pogba will play to his best. His fellow countryman is playing, world-class player around him, is it? So he will lift everyone up, is it? So no doubt, put the players in, and of course, we won competition in the team. I totally agree. If they don't perform, we rotate, which is fine. But everyone must be on their A game. This is what we don't have last season. Okay, and then this season, going in with all these positive vibes around, I can actually see us going on a run, especially with our fixtures, our first 6-7 games. I think we can actually build something awesome moving forward. And then this will just bring everything together and well. And then also one more thing, introduction of Varane will actually help our CDM role also actually, because Varane can actually play higher up. And he's fast, he's good with aerial challenges and whatnot. So having Matic there wouldn't be so much of a bad idea, because yes, he's slow, but then actually Varane can actually cover him a bit in that position, and then it will free up the role, so we can actually play with just one CDM instead of two CDM. And then you can actually see more goals and whatnot lah. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's my answer for the question.
Yeah, so Dom got that spot on. I just want to say something that came out of my mind just now, right? Can we play 3-5-2? Is that something that we can look at as part of our formation when we are playing teams like, the big
Why
teams?
minus 3-5-2? We can play
Why
2-5-3.
So you know what? Can we play 3-5-2 with all three of them, with Varane, with Lindelof and Maguire? Can we have that as another formation in our team?
That's-
So that is something
Let's
that
Yeah.
it's important to think about. Yeah.
I mean, with the signing, what I can say is let's hope Oli uses them well, rotates that key, that we have the element supplies of that. Talking about element and supplies, let me just run through a comment. Oh, we got Pua here. Hello, league leaders. Pua, hopefully you guys win the next game. It's Burnley. So you all got one record to take
I
revenge.
think it doesn't mean the both of us, league leaders are for the others.
Jangan FPL. Alamak.
Yeah, I think he's talking about FPL.
That's just Phil Jones has scored more goals against De Gea than all other United players combined. Legend. Walan was body to translate Spanish and English between Maggie and De Gea.
Another tick in the CV, is he? Translator.
Yeah. So, guys, we have a question from Kevin. Do you guys think current United squad will do better against low block team? I mean, we are going up against the next match against Southampton. So, do y'all think it'd be a different ball game by itself? Kalami, you
I think it should. I think Southampton will play a little bit tighter at the back. Diorang pun kalah diorang punya first game lawan Everton hari tu, so things are not going well there early on. Back to the question, I really hope that United can play better against the lower blocks team, sebab United drew a bunch of matches last season, betul tak?
Okay.
And most of them are against these low teams, kan? So that cost us so many points. I really hope Solskjaer can get it done this season with the addition of Sancho, with the addition of Varane. That's it lah. I really hope they can do better.
Okay. I mean, Jivan, what about you? Do you think against Southampton, what do we need to tweak there?
Okay, so
Are we seeing another 9-0?
again, no. We're being too complacent about that. Southampton is not a pushover, not at all. Okay, it took us Cavani's brilliance to get us an injury time goal to win our away game last season, right?
Precisely.
It was Cavani's brilliance, right? If it was no Cavani, we would not have won that game 3-2. Right? Don't talk about the 9-0. All right, 9-0 Southampton didn't turn up. It was Old Trafford. Southampton didn't turn up, and Southampton is not a pushover team. Okay, let's get that into perspective. They are a good team. Okay, they took a 1-0 lead against Everton before they went down 3-1. So they are not a pushover team, and it's their first home game. They got a full capacity crowd coming back. They will want to perform in front of their crowd, because they also did not have crowd for the spectators for the last 2 seasons, maybe, I mean a year plus. So they will be hoping to perform too. So we cannot put ourselves thinking that Southampton is a easy team. No, it's not. We cannot take our legs out of that gas, right? We need to make sure we are doing the right thing, the right formation, the right players, tweaking the team and putting the right team tomorrow. That's what I feel.
Right team,
Even I am pumped up for the match now, because I can play now. You are such a great manager, man. That was such a great pep talk.
Dia dah bagi tu. Coach, what do you think? I mean,
that's how
Southampton
it is,
lost
bro.
their defensive players. Do you think that United should take this game on?
You were referring to
They've
me.
lost their
Sorry,
captain.
first it was-
Yeah, Dom, to you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Southampton has lost their
think-
captain and also left back. Do you think do we take it on? Because they are, we can say, quite young backline.
Yeah, but then overall, they are under their manager. They are quite an organized team. Played very disciplined. So again, it will be a total game, total different game than the Leeds game lah. Okay, so yes, like I will echo what Jivan said. Our formation has to be on point. Okay, and another thing to add on to what Jivan mentioned is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has a role to play if the initial formation doesn't work out. He need to make the changes quick. Okay, he cannot be expecting like previous seasons that one goal go in and you expect a miracle to happen. It's going to be 10 times more difficult this time around because there are fans already in the ground. It'll be a total different thing altogether. Okay, and then with the experience he has to make the right call. Okay, no favoritism. He's known for doing all these kind of things. There's certain players that he liked and he will never play Van der Beek. I don't know why, but yeah, whichever player, play your best players. Okay, whether you like them or don't like them, or whether they can speak Spanish or English or whatever, play the right players, play your best players, and let's continue to build the momentum. One game at a time, let's win every single one of these games. Okay, I believe we have the quality. Okay, regardless, even though Southampton is a well-organized team, very disciplined, we have the quality to beat them. Okay, and there's no excuse whatsoever. Yes, they lost their striker, Danny Ings and whatnot. Okay, but then we shouldn't be complacent. We should just play our best defensive lineup, which means Varane has to play. Okay, and then we take it from there. And then Ole Gunnar has to make the right call at the right time, not the 85th minute, not the 60th minute. If it's needed, do it right from the first half. Also, just do it.
But it's a bit too much to us right now. You're asking them to be consistent and making the right call. I
Yes.
think we should take one at a time.
Baby steps, Coach Tom. Baby steps.
Okay, like basically,
Satu
right,
dulu lah.
we're talking about consistency, right? Okay, we talk about the players that we forecast the first 11, right? Pretty much, the last game that we played is pretty much the same players that we were playing from last season already. So consistency is already there already. So the tweak, we are not going to change like 5-10 players or whatever. We're just going to probably remove Daniel James and put Sancho inside there. Okay, maybe Lindelof, we remove Lindelof, we put Varane inside there. Just something like that, then you'll be fine already. Then we just go from there. Okay, I'm sure Edison Cavani is going to be on the bench if it's needed. Martial is definitely ready. He scored a goal. Okay, if you all saw the goal, it wasn't really that tune. I was expecting a kick-ass goal, but then it's like bounce off his shoulder and muscle the goal or whatever it is. And we actually give an assist to Lingard.
But you see, he has already cut his hair. He's going to be
Exactly,
a
and
new
he's smiling.
Brazilian
He's smiling for
Ronaldo.
all of y'all who call him an emo guy or whatever. He's smiling until his jaw is so painful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think consistency wise, the team pretty much we don't have to make so much changes, and then pretty much the same team has been playing from last season already. So I think it's good to go already actually.
Okay. What about you, Big Jeeves? The against Southampton. Do you think we have a comment here from Alexander? Could Greenwood be the best youngster this season? Greenwood had a good game against Leeds. Do you accept him to start again this match?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? Because now his confidence is at peak, and scoring 30 goals at the age of 19. Is he 19 or 20 now? 20 years old with 30 goals. I mean, this lad has big future and big plans ahead he's going to be our lime wire in terms of strike force for United. But to answer the game against Southampton, yes, like what Jivan said, last season United struggled against Southampton at home at St. Mary's. They got a reality check. It took Cavani's brilliance. So we are not going to treat Southampton as a pushover because of the 9-0 victory. And United last season, they had lots of trouble trying to penetrate a narrow defending team. So many problems. And in single week, going down 5 points, losing against Sheffield and a draw against West Brom in the space of 6 weeks, so in 6 days. So in 6 days, going down 5 points, they should not think about that. They should keep that aside and get the 3 points. Most importantly, get the 3 points, but with less cockiness lah. Because I know 9-0 is really nice, and all that, but we are playing in St. Mary's in front of a crowd who is going to shout the living hell for Southampton. So the players are going to be
this would be where United needs to show they are not pushovers, but they are real title contenders by going there It can be dirty, it can be messy. Just get the 3 points and come back home.
And United
Maybe
have
even a
something.
penalty, a 90th minute penalty ataupun last minute whistle already blown, call back to the
Okay,
pitch
fine.
again, take the penalty means okay jalan, tak apa.
Yes,
As
correct.
long,
But then
as, long
one
as
more
we get
thing
the
that-
3 points.
One more thing I
Yes.
would like to add. One more thing I would like to add. Sorry, guys. One thing I like to add. United have something where they can actually be proud of, which is their away record.
Yes.
So I would like them to continue that away record. They have, let's say, okay, fine, we have something to
Wait,
even fight for
See,
our away
I
record.
mean that's not United to be proud of. I would say that's something that Ole needs to be proud of. A record
Yes,
that he has been holding
precisely. So collectively, as a fan and someone who's for collectively as fans who's watching Man United game, it's something that I mean the whole club should be proud of, like maintaining a proper away record throughout the season and looking to continue with that record. So yeah, for the record's sake, come on, just don't lose to Southampton.
on. Dom, I think you have something to say.
Yeah, but then the away record, one thing is when there were no fans in the stadium. So pretty much
Yeah.
every week you're playing on neutral ground, is it? So
Yes.
yeah, but
Exactly.
then yeah, of course it's good to have that kind of
Yeah, just have that in mind. Okay, away record is good, so I know they're going to have a lot of fans. They're going to be shouting at y'all. They're going to probably swear at your, at whoever United players are close to. So yeah, just keep that away record. Keep that. Okay, nah, man, we have good record. Let's just go all out. Ini kali lah. Hashtag.
Ini kali lah. Ini kali ya.
This is
Kita
a
ada
long-term
nombor ini kali ya.
solution.
We have the numbers ini kali. Okay. Let's go. Kevin goes like, please. No, Daniel James.
I think Daniel James should just run to championship lah.
Bukan curi gol lah Kamasha itu. Jake echoes call. No, Dan James start please. Goes on. Lingard with best youngster this season. Sorry, Greenwood fans. Yes.
Yeah, he's
Lingard
been very young since 2010, maintaining the same age.
He's always been. He's a young man, the prodigy. Bruno has proved all the haters wrong when he does not only score penalty. I mean, to be honest,
Right,
that
he's got-
game against Leeds was fantastic.
He's got 3 great penalties against Leeds already.
Yes,
3 great-
fantastic
Yeah.
penalties. Bruno Fernandes' penalty
Three
against
absolutely brilliant
Leeds United,
penalties.
wow.
Yeah.
one
I
was
mean-
right on top of the net, another one was 2 grounders.
Yeah. Fantastic penalties. Okay, guys, let's just go. I think all one here. The prediction. Okay. I'm going to San. Tell me your lineup and your prediction. Start off with Jiwan.
I knew you're coming to me first, lah. I knew that. Okay, so I'm going to say that my prediction for today that the only change that will be done for today's game would be the changes between James to Sancho. That will be the only change. Lindelof will still start. It's my prediction for today because Varane just came into the team. Maybe he needs more time to settle down. I mean, this is my take, yeah. Because I think he will they will have more time for Varane to settle down. He'll be on the bench. He might come in when we are leading 3-2, maybe just to make sure the defense is strong, so that we don't make it 3-all. So, so that kind of last minute changes he might make. But I feel that the only change that will be made today will be for James to Sancho. What's going to be the score today? Another big scoring game expected. And my prediction may be 4-1 MU. Maguire is going to score a goal for sure. He has to score because he's in my FPL. No way about it.
Same thing you said last week.
Till he scores, he's going to be in my FPL. So Maguire again, 2 goals from Bruno, and Sancho to open his account today for sure.
Do you know something?
Anyway,
You
they are
saying
playing
that
tomorrow, not today.
Lindelof assisted. So
Tomorrow 9
Yeah.
o'clock. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Interesting.
Sorry, Jeeves. I didn't get that.
no, I
What did you
mean
say?
you said the same thing last week that Maguire is going to score, but his partner ended up assisting. So I hope Lindelof might produce another assist tomorrow.
Why? He's in your FPL, is it?
No, definitely not.
Dom, what about you?
I will go with pretty much what Jivan just mentioned, but then I feel that Varane, we should put Varane in already. I mean, he's ready to go already. The guy is ready to go. And then I think he's been fit. I mean, before he actually came over to United, he was actually back training with Real Madrid also, and then of course with the Euros and whatnot. So maybe we should put him in, because rarely do we actually substitute our centre backs, except Phil Jones. I just remember that one time Phil Jones got subbed out, but rarely we substitute them. So I think we should just start Varane right from the start, and then and also we put in Sancho instead of Daniel James. Okay, score prediction, yes. I think it's going to be a big goal, scoring game. So I'm going with probably 3-0 United. And then a clean sheet is very, very important. Okay, because the back line, we need the confidence. And David De Gea needs the confidence. And then because for me, I think earlier Smurf actually asked whether it's De Gea or Henderson. For me, it's De Gea all the way De Gea. So we hope with this clean sheet, we can actually build a proper solid back four with the goalkeeper as well, and then continue for the games to come, to the harder games, to build up to the harder games.
All right. Yeah, that. Tell me, what about you?
I kind of agree more with Jeevan. Just the minor tweak, which is Dan James, but I won't be surprised kalau Solskjaer just keep his starting 11 from last week. I really won't be surprised. The chemistry is there. They're playing well. Like macam orang tua-tua kata lah, don't fix something is not broken. So I won't be surprised kalau Solskjaer maintain his first 11 from last week. The scoreline, I don't really like to put high hopes on my own team. So I think it's gonna be just 2-1 or 3-1 to United. And of course Bruno is gonna be on the score sheet lah.
FPL lah ni.
Dah, I didn't even updated my FPL for 2 straight weeks dah.
Okay. Maybe we have one interesting one from Alexander here. Same lineup as Leeds, but James out, Cavani in. Interesting. Big G's, what about you?
I'm going to maintain the same lineup as last week, but only changes will be for Varane, because Varane definitely has to start. And for Lindelof.
It looks like the last week lineup has mesmerized everybody. Because when the lineup came out, I remember watching every single individual faces.
We were not happy. Our face turned.
How the face changed. I watched. But
our face changed because of the name Lindelof. His aerial duels has been out since the start of his game with United. So, and I kept on mentioning that a lot of vital goals were due to Lindelof's mistake. Yes, he produced 3 amazing long passes last season, just that 3. But after hearing his name, that's my reaction. But this time, for tomorrow's game, Varane has to start, replacing Lindelof. And I think in that the back line, it's time for Ole to, even for all the position, he has to look into depth, like managing the players properly, not overusing it, not overburning them. So Lindelof to replace Varane to replace Lindelof on the pitch, and Greenwood first half 70 minutes after Cavani.
Yes.
Right up front.
If needed.
If needed. If needed.
Your scoreline?
But I think it might be Cavani because number 7, so we need the number 7 on the pitch. That magic 7 with Cavani, so it just gives automatic boost for players. You have your number 7 playing on the pitch. So I think it's going to be Cavani and then him being substituted by Greenwood. So I'm going to go for 2-0.
2 clean sheets. But everyone seems to have convincing scoreline. That's very good.
Yes, so, definitely. Bruno assisting 1 and scoring 1.
Very, very optimistic lah.
Wait. That means you have put back Bruno inside your FPL team lah.
Sorry?
You have Bruno back in your FPL team lah.
I had Bruno, but I didn't captain him. I had captain Sancho. Class A. Thumbs up.
Class A, bro, all the way.
Hashtag Tenang is good. Tenang is good, everybody.
We hope we have another Class A performance against Southampton. Right, guys, 15 minutes mark only. It's time. Okay, but before I end the show, I just want to make a shout out. To those watching, do you guys know that we have a sponsor this year?
Oh, awesome.
Yes. So we just like to make a shout out to Footsie for being our sponsor for this year. Thanks. So guys all out there, just like inform that Footsie is going to be our official sponsor for KFT Network for this year. they have a great app which actually covers every footballing thing. You just have to guys just go download it and check it out. It's very fantastic. So thanks Footsie for having a trust on us for this year. And yeah, so out those are watching, just like to inform you all that tomorrow we have our Cop Talk show. It's at 5:30, and Footy Talk is back on Friday again at 9:30. Continue to watch us, and Rumor has it on weekly basis. Keep tuning in, guys. Okay, let's call it off for the day, guys. I mean, first of all, thanks Coach Tom for coming in from Jom United.
Pleasure,
Hope to see
pleasure.
you
Thank
soon.
you.
Thanks,
Thank
Coach.
Thank
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank
you.
you.
Even think we are in time for your temple visit.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
And then Big James and Kalami, thanks so much for being on the show, guys.
No problem.
Before we end it, GGMU. Take care. Good evening, everyone.
United.
Amy all the way, guys.
Right.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
Bye,
much.
guys.
Bye. Ciao.
See you all next week.